we'll start with assistant coach Ricky Clarke. Let me just make sure this is recording.
Recording in progress.
We'll start with opening remarks and then we'll take questions. If you have a question for Ricky, please use the raise my hand option. Ricky, we'll start with opening remarks following today's match against the Spirit.
Yeah, difficult game for us. I think there was parts of the game that we never quite got to grips with, and we'll move on. You know, we've always said one game at a time, and Washington are an incredibly talented group, and they punished us at times today.
Thank you for that. We'll go ahead and take questions. If you guys have a question for Ricky, please use the raise my hand option. Theo, go ahead.
Hey Ricky, unlucky today. You know, we talked a lot about your, last few games, your stint, and how there's been some good performances. I think last week was a great example. High performance level, couple of goals, going in the last minute, restart, things dip. Do you think things dipped again today? And then I guess supplementary question, like, why do you think the performance levels are going up and down?
Well, the performance wasn't where it needed to be because we lost 3-0. So yeah, I mean it wasn't at the level that we set and the standards we set. You know, I would say this week we've had some really big injuries hit the group, but that's no excuse. You know, that's an opportunity for other people to step up and step into the starting lineup and bring the energy that we talk about. But for us, we know that in this moment we're in a difficult space and we have to stick together. And we have to make sure that we turn up each week. We look after each other. We work together. And that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to take it one game at a time. We're going to focus on the next game. And that's what we can do right now.
I've got two more questions. The last one I will be more positive. Just while we're kind of here, and I know it's one game at a time, but I guess my question is simple. Like, sort of how did the Dash get here, bottom of the table, 6 defeats in a row? Just in your opinion, how did the team get to this point?
Well, we've lost 6 games in a row. That's how we got to this point.
Final thing for me then. Ryan Greece, great to see her back. Always great to see a player come back after a long layoff. Obviously, first game as a mother is difficult. Just reflecting on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, she's been working incredibly hard. She worked incredibly hard away from Dash to get back and be ready to play before the end of the season. And she works every day. She's worked incredibly hard being in the building. And for us, it's great to see her step on the field. We've had 2 mums this season step back onto the field, and we're incredibly thankful that they're back on the field and they're helping us. So we're extremely excited for Ryan. Extremely excited for her.
Thanks so much for your time, Ricky.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Steph, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned sticking together with the team.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 games left in the regular season. I'm just wondering, for you and your staff and the players specific to the Dash, what that might look like, especially in a league where, yes, any game could be the game where you turn around, but, being realistic about, like, we're not going to become, world beaters overnight, that sort of thing.
What's the question?
What your approach is to, like, that, what it specifically looks like for you to stick together in the face of that reality of, like, yes, every
Oh, when it's difficult, you have to stick together. I mean, like we've been through a lot, and this is what I would say. I have empathy for the group. I have empathy for the staff, and I have empathy for where we're at right now as an organization. But we also know that we can't keep using excuses, and we have to control what happens inside the field. So, and with that, there's things we can control. We can control our attitude. We can control our response. We can control how we speak with each other, how we work with each other. And there's always controllables, and we have to stick with those controllables and working together and working through difficult moments and leaning into them moments are all the moments in the process. That's what makes us better. So for us, we just take it one game at a time. We're not looking at 6 games. We're not looking at 7 games. We speak about one game at a time. What does the next game ask of us? And then we try and prepare that way. I have an incredible staff that's working all the hours under the sun right now to make sure that we can be in a place where we can be successful. We have players that are working beyond the minutes that they're scheduled for at training to do extra work and try and improve our performances. We're just in a difficult space, and the most important thing is, while you're in that space, is that you lean into it, but you lean into it and stay together. And that's what we keep talking about. We're a team, we're a village, we look after each other, and we try and stick together.
Are there any players you feel particularly highlight that attitude of sticking together?
No, I mean, listen, I think the group does it. We speak about it all the time. We speak about ways in which we can work in better places where we can push each other, where we can drive each other. It's always a group effort, you know. No successful teams or organizations are there because of one player. They're there because of a collective effort. And that's the one thing we're constantly preaching on the field. We have to be together. We have to work together. And the more consistent we come with that mentality, the better the performances are going to start to be, the more consistent the performances are going to start to be.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Alex, go ahead.
It's not working.
Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. Got you.
I apologize, Coach, and thank you for joining us. I know this can't be the best of moments. Just a game question early on with the handball call on Chapman. That changes your game plan, doesn't it? And you're down and you have to keep adjusting.
Yeah, again, look, listen, it goes back to what I said before. Controllables, our response, you know, and like things, you know, we keep getting these little things against us and we just have to control the way we respond. You know, this is a league that's unforgiving at times and some things haven't gone our way in the last couple of games, but how do we control that? Well, we respond and we forget about it. We put it to the side and we move on. And to be honest with you, I thought we did a really good job of moving on from that moment so early in the game. But yeah, you know, again, we perhaps give Rodman too much respect, and she's punished us with a second goal. So for me, it's the penalty is a penalty. If they think it's a penalty, it's a penalty, and we just have to move on and respond.
Coach, we all have adversity in our lives. In your professional life, you have this adversity, bad luck, injuries, many things. How do you keep level about this? I know it can't be easy just being here this afternoon, knowing that you've got work to do for the next match. What guides you? What balances you? Is that a fair question?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I have 3 core principles or core values that I live by in my life, and you know, they guide me. It's being kind, it's being curious, and it's being relentless. And I take all those things into everything I do, whether I'm a husband, whether I'm a brother, whether I'm a soccer coach. And those are the 3 things that guide me. And I try and take them into my work. I try and be kind in the environment I'm in, be empathetic to where we're at, you know, curious, all right, how can we change things? How can we improve this performance? And relentless, you know, I'm one of the first people in the building. I'm one of the last people in the building. And personally, I'm throwing everything at this. You know, I care about this club. I care about these players. And for me, the most important thing is to try and remain balanced. You know, after tonight, I get to see my wife, which is something I'm incredibly excited about. So for me, I just keep moving forwards, keep focusing on the things that we can improve on and take it one game at a time.
What can you take away in a positive way today, Coach, on the field? I know adversity is something we all have to deal with. I think before you win, you have to learn how to lose. And,
Yeah.
what can you take away, Coach?
Well, the second half, I thought we adapted. You know, I thought in the first half we just gave them too much space. We jumped at times, and they're a team that will just play around you, and they did. They played around us. They played through us. And in the second half, I felt like we perhaps controlled the game a little bit more centrally. We didn't let them play through us. We kept the ball in front of us at times. We just perhaps wasn't as clean in possession as the ball as we wanted to be. So there's a response element to it. You know, we got punched in the face early in the first half, and we come out. Rodman scores an unbelievable goal, and we responded. We didn't collapse. We didn't feel sorry for ourselves. We didn't use excuses. We kept fighting. We kept working. We kept competing, and that's all you can ask for in these moments.
Coach, quickly, Ryan coming back, her story amazing. We're so proud of her. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, I mean, again, I reinforce it. We're incredibly excited about Ryan being back on the field, and I think, you know, in the short time that she was on the field, there was moments of what Ryan brings to this group. She's attacking, she's dynamic. I think within the first 5 minutes she was on the field, she beat the fullback and whipped in 2 crosses. So we're excited that she's going to bring that back to the group, and we're looking forward to seeing her on the field as we close out the end of the season.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. We'll be right back.